Dante Greco.
Dante is a really smart guy.
Ladies love Dante.
Look at that head of hair. Look at that face. What's your name? Casey.
Dante Greco.
Dante was me, yours truly.
I'm gonna come.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dante Greco Show. We're here. It's Monday. That means we're here live from the Shooky International Studios in downtown LA. Come on by if you're in the area. Come now. Come some other day. There's a lot of great clothing and luggage and all kind of other stuff. They'll fit all your needs. So we're here. I'm here, joined by my former coworker and now master TikTok content creator, the joy of everything. Please give him a follow on YouTube and on TikTok if you're not already. It's fantastic stuff. A lot of news to talk about. Hello to all the Joy of Everything viewers. It's great to be back with you again on a Monday. Big news. Paul Wee Herman Rubens has died at the age of 70 after a secret 6-year battle with cancer. You know, this was very Norm Macdonald-esque to me. You remember how Norm Macdonald apparently had cancer for like 10 years and then he just died and everyone was like, what?
Yeah.
Pee Wee kept it secret as well. Very sad stuff. You know, I wonder when all that happened with Norm, that must have hit close to home for him because he was in the midst of his battle at the same time.
Right.
That's very sad. Did you ever get to meet Pee Wee or interview him or anything like that?
No, but I got many tips at LAX for Paul Rubens. I think he was on my list. We used to get a list of people of arrivals and when we were working there, and yeah, he just never showed up. I don't know if it was he didn't show up or it was a bum tip, but no. And I was always very excited to see him because I mean I grew up with him. You know, Saturday mornings, 1986. I was a 6-year-old boy, and I just loved Pee Wee. I was a huge, massive Pee Wee just dude. I didn't watch the cartoons. I only watched the real live action Pee Wee's Playhouse. And there was 30 minutes of incredible zany fun.
The movie was an absolute classic. Pee Wee's Big Adventure, the first one, was very funny. The first half hour is like as funny as any other movie I've seen, honestly.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's Tim Burton's first film.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
knew he directed it, but wow.
Yeah.
I like that. That's probably why it was so good because it had that kind of dark humor edge to it, you know?
It did.
Alamo.
Yeah, the Alamo. In the basement of the Alamo. Then he went to there was no basement there. Tell him Large Marge sent you, you know?
That was hilarious. I love when he's in the car with the criminal and he's like,
oh yeah,
what'd you do? And he goes, well, I got real mad and I took a knife and you know those little do not remove under penalty of law tags that they put on the mattresses? Well, I cut one of them off.
It's even as a kid, I understood that humor. You know, as a kid, I was like, yeah, why does it say under penalty of law that you're going to go to prison
right
if you cut off a mattress tag?
Do they still make those? I don't know.
I think they still do.
That's so crazy.
The mattress tag. Yeah, I'm sure the Caspers don't, but I'm sure if you go to like, you know, down the street here in downtown LA, I bet you the mattresses still have that tag.
Yeah. I love when he goes, is this something you'd like to share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry?
Oh, it's incredible. I believe he's one of the most, I mean, I was saying it to me, I think that is probably the greatest character ever created. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, people will chime in. They'll say Charlie Chaplin. That was a great character, obviously iconic. Ed Grimley, you know, we got Ernst. Like who else, you know, who else is as iconic as Pee Wee Herman?
I can't think of another big character that would have, I mean, I don't know if he's the Pee Wee character is super relevant today. Didn't they try to make a comeback a few years ago?
They did. And he looked good.
Thing? Yeah.
I mean, he was in his 60s. He looked great. I mean, he looked like Pee Wee had barely aged.
It was funny. I mean, of course, unfortunately, his career kind of got detoured with that 1991 incident in the theater, which I think a big part of that had to do with the way he looked in the photo.
Yeah,
he had the long hair and the beard. Like he looked a little bit, which I get. He grows it out in the off season when he's not doing the show so that people don't recognize him and come up and hassle him. But
yeah,
I think it scared people a little bit to see, oh my God, that's what Paul Rubens Pee-wee looks like.
So there was 3 incidents similar to that with other iconic celebrities who have passed away. George Michael.
Right.
Remember him?
Yeah.
What happened to him in the
Famous
park?
Beverly Hills Park. Yeah.
Right. Then Wee Herman. But this one was off the radar. You're not going to guess, but I'm going to tell you, then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember that. Fred Willard.
Oh,
do you remember that?
Fred Willard from Best in Show and all the Christopher Guest movies. That was only a few years ago too, when he was a senior citizen.
I know, he was in his early 70s. I think he was 72.
Yeah.
And we were at TMZ when this happened. I would put a timestamp of 2013 on it, 2012, and it was a theater right on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
And it was so bizarre because I'm a massive Fred Willard fan. He's my favorite out of all. He was in Best in Show, and it was the most hilarious. He was one of the color commentator.
Yeah.
And the improvisation was genius. And he's just so funny in all those Christopher Guest movies, those mockumentaries. And have that happen was such a
blow. He kind of took it with humor. I think someone from TMZ interviewed him or like whatever, they got him, and he kind of laughed it off. Like it was kind of funny.
Really?
I mean, first of all, it just shows like how not technologically literate he was, I guess, that he was still going to one of those theaters.
Yeah, I know.
Well into the 2010s.
Right. That's
bizarre. You could do that from the comfort of your home with a computer. Right. I mean,
touche.
You could have a home projection system. You don't need to go out there. Maybe it was the thrill of being in public. But.
Fred Willard's assistant, shame on you. You should have saw the signs. But rest in peace, Fred Willard. I did see him once. I didn't film him because I saw him and I was like, I don't want to ask about that. I didn't want to ask him about that. And I think he needed his privacy. But I saw him in Malibu and he looked very frail. And he passed away not long after that. But rest in peace to Paul Rubens, an absolute icon. And my viewers, I'm going to head on down after this to the Walk of Fame to Paul Rubens' star. So I'm going to be streaming from there for hours, and we're going to check out. And I'm sure there will be a vigil because not only me did he, but I think so many others had the same kind of experience where they idolized and loved Wee Herman. So
I think Phil Hartman from SNL got his start on the Pee-wee's Big Adventure show, right?
Yeah, he was like the magician, the genie.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name right now, but what was the name? Does anyone know the name? If you put it in the chat, the name of the genie, Phil Hartman's character.
Another 1980s icon taken from us too soon.
Lawrence Fishburne was also Cowboy Curtis.
That's right, Lawrence Fishburne. He went from Apocalypse Now to Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Zambi. I think it's that. Yeah, Zambi. Yeah, there you go.
We were talking before we started the show about how these come in threes. So we just had Sinead O'Connor last week, and now Pee-wee. And who's next? It seems like a young group this time. She was only 56.
So I apologize. It's Jambi, and it was Mechaleka High, Mecca Hiney Ho.
Oh, is that where that's from?
That. Yeah. Yes, that was the catchphrase. Mechaleka High, Mecca Hiney Ho.
Jambi juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we speak your name, Pee-wee and Phil and Sinead. That's another person who had a early 90s career derailment with the thing on SNL.
I know. I remember that moment. I think I was watching SNL that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I mean, I remember it vividly. I don't know if it was just because it was on the news.
Apparently, we have breaking news from Shooky. We have a hat. I don't really wear hats. That's the thing. But here's a hat. TMT, the money team, Floyd Mayweather, if you know, the greatest boxer of all time. That's his team, of which Shooky is a part. So, Tony Bennett. You know what? Maybe he was the third. Someone on Joy of Everything saying Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett. We had 3.
Okay.
I'm rocking the money team. We're here at Shooky International Studios. So I'm gonna wear the new money team hat.
Shooky, I need a chain. I don't really wear hats. I need a big money team chain or something, or a Shooky chain.
what I really want, Shooky, I want a grill. I want a grill.
I want a
I'll
tattoo
pay
on my
for it,
on my
but
foot, on my face,
want a
like
grill.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Shooky, did you ever meet Pee Wee Herman? You did. You met him at the movie theater, where? Oh, okay. All right.
Yo, what's up?
Shooky right here.
Yeah.
So wait, to be clear,
Right here, 1200 South Broadway on 12th and Main Streets. Come by. We have the most beautiful collections, and you can be in our show here, every Monday, 2:00.
so I just want to clear up. You were not in the theater when Pee Wee Herman got busted. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, no. you put me in trouble again? Oh, shit.
Because didn't he have an accomplice?
No, I remember the premiere, but I don't know. Did he get into trouble? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm talking about back
in the
years
early
ago.
'90s. Yeah.
Early 90s, I remember him.
Okay.
Pee-wee, Shmee-wee,
Because I thought the police released a sketch of Pee Wee's accomplice, and it looked a lot like you. So I just wanted to clear that up.
I'm Shuki Diamond, the flawless diamond, the color man. And if you don't know Shuki, you must be rookie right here. 1200 South Broadway. I want to see everybody come by.
That's
If
right.
they come right now with the next 1 hour, we'll give them a free t-shirts. So come by.
Come on down, everybody.
We're expanding the studio. This is in the early stages of the Shooky studio.
Yeah.
So in the weeks to come, we have a bunch of stuff on order.
Yes.
And we're going to be building a whole set here, and so it's going to look fantastic.
It
So
is.
see everybody here. Everybody has something to say, something good, something to promote. Come on over for free.
Or if
We
you,
have the best gentlemen.
you have something bad to say, you can come too. I'd like to hear it.
All the bloggers, all the televisions, everything.
Yeah,
come over here.
and
Give them the space to party with us every Monday, 2:00.
Yeah.
Promote their items.
yeah, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM, and let us know if you guys
Yeah.
want to come down.
Comment.
If you have a story that you want to tell that you think, we'll interview you guys.
If you're an up and comer, you're trying to get some publicity, come on
Yeah, free
down.
publicity. Bring your merchandise. We promote anything. Food.
Come on
drinks,
down to Shookie's Playhouse.
Clothing.
artists. If you're an artist, if
Yeah,
you're
you
a
wanna
painter,
sing, if you want to sing like Sugar
Yeah.
Diamond, become famous like me.
exactly.
Maybe bigger, you never know. Right here in this spots, you can perform live for free and we promote you. Just come over. Any artist
Yeah.
that is out there that want to be exploring the biggest show in the world, right here.
Yeah.
1200 South
Yeah.
Broadway. Shuki says, spread the words, don't forget.
Yep, it's
Come on, Shuki. Everybody must be.
it's an artist collective. So
That's right.
we want to interview you guys, and we want to see you guys get some shine out there.
Speaking of artists, I want to talk about Cardi B. So she was performing in Vegas, and a girl in the crowd throws a drink on her, and Cardi reacted through the microphone right at her. It hit her. Now Cardi is being named as a suspect for battery. I'm not surprised. I'm sure the woman will try to sue. Seems like an easy lawsuit, but I want to come to the defense of Cardi for a second, because these fans are getting a little too comfortable and a little bit too, like, they're thinking that there's no consequences. There's been a rash of fans throwing stuff from the crowd onto the stage. People threw a cell phone at BB Rexa. They threw cell phones at other people. They're throwing stuff. Like, what is going on right now? There's an epidemic of unruly audience members.
Yeah, no, I agree. It can get dangerous. Now, that was just water. What is the law? Because the first thing I'm thinking of is like, okay, that was retaliation. She
Right.
retaliated.
Yeah.
Is there a law? I mean, can you retaliate? First of all, I don't know if pouring water on someone is considered assault. It might be.
Right.
But can you retaliate?
She tossed it, definitely, but it is just water or beer, or, who knows. But I feel like because she retaliated so quickly, it might be like a self-defense thing. Like, she may not have been able to process what happened. She just immediately threw that microphone right at the woman's face.
Right,
And
right.
then the woman was kicked out.
Right. And it was a pretty decent throw. She must be a lefty because she just flung it. It was a decent form.
The girl tried to say she was sorry immediately. Now, the thing is, Cardi apparently earlier in the show had been telling people, toss some water on me or something like that, because it was very hot in Vegas. It was like 115 degrees or something. But still, maybe she just didn't, I don't know.
If I'm Cardi B, I'm not performing in an outdoor venue. I'm going to say Dre's.
Yeah.
There's a downstairs inside theater. I
Yeah.
want to be in air conditioning. This is ridiculous.
We need a massive Mr. fan. You know, like when you go to the supermarket and right before you're about to grab your vegetables, the spray comes down. You need that for the performers.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
way too hot. I don't know. I'm sure Cardi, I don't think she's going to get arrested or get in any trouble. A lawsuit, probably. A settlement, probably. Will Cardi have to show up to court? I doubt it. But again, just for the fans, stop throwing anything. I know that Drake has people throwing bras onto the stage, and I guess it's all in good fun. But still, cell phones, water, like just keep it in your hands. This is not an interactive show. It's not a 4D experience, okay? Just sit and watch.
Yeah. So that was the weekend of the big fight. Crawford versus Spence.
Crawford Spence.
Yeah, that was a pretty good fight. I watched the highlights.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it. Although it was interesting to see Eminem out there walking Crawford.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford.
Because Eminem's not a very public guy. He doesn't really make many public appearances anymore. So to see
apparently he's a big fan of Terrence Crawford.
Oh, I see.
But I think people are going to be he picked him apart. I mean, he just brutalized him. It was a pretty good fight.
Yeah,
I like boxing. I it's hard for me to get into UFC, but
well, that's the big fight coming up next week, right? Is it a UFC fight, the Nate Diaz Jake Paul thing?
No,
or
it's
is it
boxing.
Just boxing? It's boxing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I mean, it's not a real fight. It's an exhibition.
Right.
It's not a real fight. People act like it's a sanctioned real fight. It's not.
It's not.
It's an exhibition.
There's a lot of exhibitions going on.
I mean, but
right?
That count towards anything. You don't get a belt.
I feel like half the fights nowadays are exhibitions. They've done away with any kind of pretension that this is like meaningful or it's going to count for someone's record. It's just like, how big of a payday can we get? Okay, let's put it on. Who cares if it counts on my record?
I agree, and I'm intrigued. I want to watch it. I want to watch this fight. I want to see. It's going to be a tough fight. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty close. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I love Nate Diaz. I really do. I think he's a great guy. I think he's tough.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's also a good guy, you know?
Yeah. I like Jake Paul, but I'm going to go with Nate. You know, we have friends that are close with Nate, and I think he's just, you know, he's got like, 15 years of experience or something in fights. Jake Paul, he's got a great record, and he's proven that he's a fighter, but he's a little bit less experienced when you really think about it. I don't know how much that factors in, but
Jake Paul's the favorite.
He is the favorite, which is strange to me.
Well, because it's boxing.
Yeah.
It only takes one hit. He's a more powerful puncher. Nate Diaz just picks people apart, and he's tough. He can take a hit.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, you know, and he's not he's experienced with like sparring,
right?
But he's never. I don't know. You've never seen Nate Diaz with boxing gloves,
right?
But
that's true.
I don't know.
Speaking of exhibitions, you got to give it up to Floyd Mayweather, who fights these exhibitions. He's got a 50-0 record, and he fights the exhibitions too, and he still manages to win all of them. You know, he keeps that record spotless. I love that.
Yeah. He can stick and move.
Yeah,
the man can stick and move. But I like boxing. I like the box. My thing is, when I was at TMZ, I covered several big fights: Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather Berto. By the grace of God, TMZ sent me to Vegas and put me up at New York, and I got to interview all the old boxers, all the boxers, all of them, all the legends, all of them, everyone from Sugar Ray Leonard to Mike Tyson to Tommy Hearns. Is it Hearn or Hearns? Hearns versus Hagler. Yeah, they're all so nice.
Yeah,
they're all such nice guys.
Tyson's nice.
Yeah, Tyson's nice.
Yeah, I haven't interviewed
De La
a whole lot
Hoya?
of fight. Yeah, De La Hoya is cool. Yeah, I got to go to one fight for TMZ, which was the money fight between McGregor and Mayweather back in 2017. That was pretty cool. We got to sit in the media box, or like the media section, and it was very close to the floor. We were like one row above the floor. You know,
that was the Tyson Roy Jones?
No. That was McGregor Mayweather.
Oh, McGregor. Oh, wow.
That was a good fight.
You covered that. Yeah,
that was cool.
You were in Vegas for that.
I was in Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of LeBron James. Bruce Willis was there before he kind of took a turn. He gave us he was walking through the stands. He gave us a nice yippee-ki-yay.
The fights bring out the celebs big time.
Yeah,
I remember the highly anticipated fight, the most highly anticipated fight of the last decade was Mayweather Pacquiao. Everyone was there.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck, Jim Caviezel, all the female celebrities, but like Charles Barkley, Shaq, like it was insane. It was and every single legendary boxer was there. It was incredible.
It's fun stuff. But yeah, I guess don't toss anything into a boxing ring, especially because you never know if they're going to climb out and just assault you.
That's right.
Might get crazy.
Don't approach Tyson on a plane.
Right. Are you Tyson? Where'd you interview him? LAX?
I interviewed him. I covered his fight, Roy Jones Jr. versus Tyson, which was an exhibition, and Jake Paul was on the card with Nate Robinson, where he knocked Nate Robinson out.
Oh yeah,
and
I like that. You know why? Because Nate Robinson was on the Celtics when they beat the Lakers.
Yeah,
and that Celtics team annoyed the heck out of me. They would always be like,
yeah.
They would over celebrate,
right?
Because they were all following Garnett's lead. So, it was a box. I don't want Nate Robinson assaulted in the streets, but in a boxing ring, I was happy to see him go down.
I could understand that logic. But yeah, I covered it. And what was interesting about that coverage, I had a live view the whole time. So Evan, who is the head of TMZ Sports, wanted everything live streamed. So we were waiting. Tyson was waiting to get into his press box to do his formal press conference. And while I was waiting, I was just covering, and I interviewed Tyson for like a half hour.
Oh, wow.
We talked about everything. And Evan called me after and he said, dude, I'm just living vicariously through you because you got to sit and talk to Mike Tyson for a half hour. We talked about everything about the psychedelic use and just sitting there casual about him growing up. Like, oh man, it was amazing. He's such an interesting person to talk to.
He's a nice guy. I got to admit, the first time I interviewed him was probably 10 years ago at the Grove, back when they used to have extra TV. They would like film live from there, and then we would go and try to get them as they were walking back to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Got to admit, I was a little nervous at first because I didn't know what to expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
man.
he was very nice. He even stopped me from walking backwards into a light pole. He's
a great guy.
Very good guy. Would love to interview him again sometime.
I think top 5 most intriguing people to interview.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson. Absolutely. Celebrity wise.
Got an interesting podcast too.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it's called, but
the Little Nas X one is hilarious. Have you seen clips from that?
One, no.
Sorry. It is funny because Tyson is hilarious. Oh man, he's also good in that movie Black and White. Have you ever seen that movie with Robert Downey Jr. and Brooke Shields?
That was back when Tyson was like scary. Because like I read stories that he had knocked Robert Downey Jr. out on set because Robert Downey Jr. was playing a gay character and he didn't know that it was like he was acting or something. Like I think he was going method.
Yeah.
So he was talking to Tyson and Tyson was just like, whoa, what the hell? And like he hit him.
Yeah. Oh, he did? And so actually off camera, like
off camera. Yeah. I mean, I that's what I read 20 years ago. So who knows if that
I believe it because it was such realistic, that scene when he approaches him.
Yeah.
And he approaches him in a way and Tyson gets really upset.
Yeah.
It was funny, man. Oh man, that movie's
good though. Smart guy.
Very smart.
God, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So moving along in the news, Twitter is now called X. And
oh man,
Elon Musk put a gigantic X up on the top of the building. If you can Google the videos, it's like a strobe light and it flashes lights. And apparently the building across the way is like a home for, it's like one of those like Sunrise senior living type homes.
Yeah.
So it was probably driving them crazy. And it was very unsafe. He didn't get any permits. It was just held up by sandbags, basically.
This is in San Francisco, at the headquarters?
Yeah. So San Francisco, I just saw it today, has finally brought down the X. And I think that was the right move. If you're going to do that, you got to put it up safely so that it doesn't tumble down and just fall. I mean, because it can get windy in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up in the Bay. That thing would be flying down. Imagine that lawsuit.
I noticed the X finally changed yesterday, and I made my first X. Okay, because Twitter, I'd been on Twitter for like, I don't know, 12 years, and I've probably gotten like 2 comments on the 10,000 tweets that I've made. You're basically tweeting to the air, like. I just said my first X was, I really hope X has more engagement than Twitter did.
You're right.
Because if you're, a non-blue check mark, or someone that's doesn't, I mean, I have like 1,300 followers or something, and I'll make a tweet, and it might be an interesting thought, Nothing. Nothing.
It's very hard to gain traction on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. But I don't know. I know he's been trying to get that X name forever. He's trying to crowbar it into something. I don't really like it. I don't like the way that the app looks now. It's just like a black background with the letter X. But it doesn't really bother me because nothing about the user interface has really changed. It's still the same experience. So, like, who cares?
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I think it was a move that probably just needed to be made.
Yeah. He wanted to rename it, but it's dangerous. If you're going to do it, put it back up correctly.
Yeah. I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to see if we can take a call.
Let's do it. I would love a call.
I'm going to open this up, guys, and see if we can take a call here.
I'm surprised that they haven't worked Exhibit into this. You know, like the rapper Exhibit has all these songs like X and a lot of usage of the word X in his music. Elon should be giving Exhibit a call. I wish we could go track him down.
Exhibit? Oh,
Exhibit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he should be part of this. They totally blew the rollout. This is exciting for my viewers. We got Joe. Let me show you what it looks like here.
I'm trying to see
behind the camera. So we got Joe, Joy of Everything. That's his TikTok broadcasting platform right there. He's trying to get some call-ins, and as soon as I get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, I will be going live from there in addition to YouTube, and maybe we'll get some call-ins.
Oh, here you go.
As well.
I'm trying to open it up so I could invite people to co-host.
Who wants to talk? Can they request?
Allow invites from friends. Allow notifications.
While he's working on that, did you guys see this story about the Chinese zoo where they have these Malaysian sun bears and they had to come out and say that, no, these are real bears. They're not humans in costume because they look so fake.
All right, here you go. Allow requests from viewers. All right, so we could take anyone that wants to call in. I think you guys could call in.
Look at that thing. Looks like a human in a suit. Sorry for the Joy of Everything.
If you guys want to call in and just have a chat, ask a question.
Yeah.
I've never done that. Well, I did it before, but I was having issues with the audio.
And everyone assumes that like they would do that in this zoo, that they would just pay some guy in a suit to sit there. Honestly, I might even prefer if they just paid a guy in a suit to pretend to be a bear, because I don't like the idea of a bear having to be in there, a nice majestic animal like a Malaysian sun bear having to be in a zoo, just being gawked at. So
I haven't seen this story.
I'm waiting for the day when they start doing like hologram zoos. A hologram zoo is perfectly fine. You can even put on your Apple Vision Pro and you can visit the zoo.
Thank you, Wig Splitter. See, Wig Splitter put follow Dante Greco show on TikTok.
I'm about 28 people away.
Nice.
We're down to the final 28.
It's been an uphill climb here.
Taking a couple months, but we're almost there.
Jake Paul, Nate Diaz predictions.
I'm going with Nate. I don't know when. I don't know how.
Well, I'm rooting for Nate.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. I mean, it only takes one.
Right. He's
for a KO
with one.
I don't know.
One good hook.
I'm rooting for Nate. I want Nate to win, but it's going to be tough. I don't know.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It is so hot. So you were at the horror convention over the weekend? What was that?
Yeah, it's the world's largest horror
HORROR
and Halloween convention in Long Beach, and there was some good celebs there. Yeah, Linda Blair, the original Exorcist.
So let me ask you, they're not, it's not affected by the SAG strike?
I guess not. No, I guess not. I mean, unless Exorcist is no longer, maybe it's because of the time,
right?
Whatever films, they're not necessarily promoting those films.
Oh, they're promoting their past catalog.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. They're not promoting films. I interviewed Jason Patrick. He was great. Legendary. Speed 2.
Mm-hmm.
Lost Boys. Rachel True, who portrayed Mary Jane in Half Baked.
Yeah.
She was there. She was real sweet. Now you have to pay to get a photo or interview with them, or what, not necessarily interview, but a picture, a selfie, like 50, $60. That's like normal protocol at conventions.
Sure.
And so,
so when you come up with your phone streaming, do they pull out a little square and ask you to swipe before you can start talking?
I mean, I just go right into it, bud. So I interviewed, and then so I was going around Linda Blair, and I'm not too familiar with Linda Blair. I never really saw The Exorcist, but I know she's a big deal in the horror community.
Sure.
So there was one woman, and my viewers probably remember from last night, she was guarding and making sure no one took photos
of Linda Blair,
passerbys. Yeah.
Wow.
And she would say no photos. And she was real sweet.
But you could pay for the photo.
Yeah. And there was a long line.
I mean, look, that's, Holly, I don't know what kind of pension program Hollywood has set up. I bet it's not good. So for people like Linda Blair, Exorcist was 50 years ago. This is her bread and butter.
No, they need it. They need it. And I respect that. I did, but I still took video. No, and I respect
that's okay. You know what?
That's okay.
Listen, you've got a lot of followers. And that's actually good for Linda Blair.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's
Instead
nice.
of just taking any old picture with somebody or taking like a fan video, you're putting Linda Blair back out into the ether.
Yeah, a little bit. I just finessed it a little bit, got a little bit of video for the viewers. I wanted them to see her. And it was a great. I mean, if you love Halloween and if you like horror movies, I just love the whole production of it. I love the the costumes and the cosplay, and it was fun. It was fun. I love conventions.
Anybody talking about Haunted Mansion, since it was a horror convention in July and they just released this movie?
Dude, it's getting bad reviews. Yeah. And I'm a massive Haunted Mansion fan. I love the ride. I don't even think I'm going to see it, dude.
Right.
I don't even think I'm going to watch it. I didn't watch the one with Eddie Murphy because I just like the ride. I stay true to the ride.
Right.
I don't want it,
Did they have horror themed food and drinks at this?
No. That's one thing about all these conventions. The food is not good. It's just concession stand hot dogs and nachos. Same as Comic-Con. I was surprised. I was shocked. Comic-Con they don't step up their food game at all.
Yeah,
it's just the convention center lifestyle. There's no food trucks outside. Not even that. So yeah, it's that's the one thing. There's no tea, no green tea. But what are you gonna do? It's still a blast.
What will you do?
But to stream, Dante, a lot of these places, even here at Shooky International Studios, it's tough getting a signal in these buildings.
Oh yeah.
And so there was no signal there. So I had to pay. Guess how much a 1-day Wi-Fi pass was?
$85.
$80.
80.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I did it, and it was worth it because I got to stream all day.
My God. Yeah, it is worth it. But geez,
I know.
That's crazy. Although, I've been meaning to ask you, what is your data bill like?
I have unlimited.
But is it real unlimited? Because they say nowadays unlimited is like to a point, and then they start throttling you.
No, no throttle on my. Yeah,
who's your provider?
AT&T.
AT&T.
Yeah,
I have AT&T.
I've gotten any.
I get throttled like crazy.
Really? You got to get on that unlimited.
Okay.
Ultra unlimited.
I was wondering how you were pulling this off.
To me, unlimited means unlimited. Better. Right. I haven't gotten any extra charges.
We are talking about unlimited pro data plans. Yes, we are.
So the lines are open up. If anybody, I don't know if it's working. Hopefully it is. I tried to open up the lines, and we'll see. Maybe I don't know if you need 1,000 followers. Do you need 1,000 to call in? Maybe to go. I think you do. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
No, that's too bad. Well, we'll just take questions the good old fashioned way then.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, please let us know.
What else is going on?
Oh, there's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on, dude. Oh man, there's always something going on, dude. I'm trying to think something that I saw that was interesting. The Twitter was interesting.
Yeah.
That's a big
Twitter. What's up with you guys? How's it going out there?
Yeah, what's going on with you guys? Get a lay of the land.
Oh man, this news is sad. Dame Judi Dench, she's alive, but she says that she can no longer see on film sets and relies on friends to learn scripts. That's pretty sad.
It's like Jack Nicholson. All right, somebody asked a good question that's different than the usual who's the meanest, who's the rudest, who's the nicest celebrity.
Right.
They're asking who the shyest celebrity is.
The shyest celebrity. I mean, does Leonardo DiCaprio count as shy? Because he goes to the most comically absurd lengths to avoid being his picture taken. He'll wear sunglasses. He'll wear a hoodie. He'll put a hat on top of the hoodie and then a hoodie on top of the hat. Nice. And then he makes you go, he's not going to come out this side. And then he's going to go out that side. Then he's going to go back to the other side. And finally he comes out and just shuffles into the car like a little gnome.
It's not shy. It's not shy. And it's not, it's not being full of himself. There's a real reason. And I don't even know if I really want to get into it.
Yeah.
But he's out trolling all the time.
Whoa. Hold on.
Trolling.
This is a
doesn't
joy of everything exclusive.
Dude, you read the shoot reports.
I didn't. I mean, I did, but they all blend together.
I'll just say this. I read the shoot reports back in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. It was always Leonardo DiCaprio goes into the bar around midnight and leaves around 12:30. What is he doing in the bar for that half hour? I'm just going to leave.
What do you think he's doing? I honestly don't know. He's just in there to just get people to show up.
He's going to find a mate.
Oh, that kind of trolling.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like internet
not
trolling.
That kind of
You're
trolling.
talking about trolling for wool.
Yeah, exactly. And so I just don't think he wants his private life very private. So he this is what he did. He'd roll into like Delilah or whatever. There was Nightingale, these clubs. And he would find, girls.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it because DiCaprio got famous in the early to mid 90s. And I think there was a different breed of camera guy back then. They were ruder. They were just always trying to provoke a reaction. The one innovation that TMZ kind of created that celebrities should be thankful for is that Harvey wanted people to have conversations with us. So it had to get a little nicer. And it became less about just like showing a celebrity angry because you can only see that so many times. Now it's like, let's talk. Let's make some news together. Yeah. And so that kind of changed things up a little bit. But he's from that other era.
Yeah. So there's a question there that says, why not? This is funny because I'm already thinking the answer. Why not send in security and pick girls out? I think you're not going to rely on these guys.
Right.
He might not want to rely on that.
Right.
He that's what he was doing for a long time. And then it comes to the other stuff. I don't really want to get into it right now. But
who else was shy that would just be like,
there's a lot of shy. I'm trying to think. Jessica Alba never talked. I don't know if it was shy or being stuck up, but she never said a word. She would just be like, what did she talk to you?
No. She would never talk. Sometimes she would walk and want to be photographed. Some celebrities want to just be photographed and have their picture taken. Oh, De Niro, I guess could be shy. He wasn't very outgoing.
Yeah.
And
there are shy ones.
I'm trying to think of like
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, he's not. He's kind of scary, actually. That's a guy you don't want to catch on the wrong day.
That's right. What was Alf drinking at the Viper Room?
Was Alf a fixture at the Viper Room in the late 80s? He could have been.
Scott
Alf and River Phoenix used to hit the Viper Room together.
Oh, Janet Jackson is definitely very shy.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Got to be.
It's very shy.
Michael Jackson, you would think was shy. Now, he was before my time, but he used to go to Bedford and pick up his illegal medicine, and then he would roll down the window and talk to the photographers out there. And, hello, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hello, Joe.
Yeah.
Shooky knows Michael Jackson. Shooky, come talk about Michael Jackson for a second. Hello, Shooky. Shooky, I need you. Shooky, can you stay over?
Sean, thank you so much for the gift. Sean, thank you for the hand heart.
Just tell us, you stayed at Neverland Ranch, right?
The most beautiful place. I love Michael Jackson.
About that a little bit.
Michael Jackson is a pro.
Yeah.
I used to play Shuki Time.
Talk a little bit louder for the.
I used to play
audio.
Shuki Time at the time. I had a music called Shuki Time, you know, and I used to play it all over Neverland. And we played basketball there, and chocolate. We saw movies. We saw
Hold
all the
on. You
animals.
played basketball with Michael Jackson?
Yes,
How was he?
it was cool. I mean,
Was he a good shot?
It was. I'm not the best one, so we had fun.
What would Michael wear? Would he wear like a full-on basketball outfit, or would he be covered up like a
No.
jumpsuit?
No, he came out with, if I recall, it was like white shirts and maybe I don't know if it was black pants or jeans. You know what I mean?
Play basketball in
and-
jeans?
Yeah, and
At his house?
and
Michael Jackson in shorts.
no, I never see him in short, but yeah, never place. Was there on several times, and
Did you ever
it's
see?
historical. Yeah,
Do you
a
think
lot of
that,
historical things. As you know,
do you think that Michael Jackson had cameras all over Neverland, like
everywhere.
when you were sleeping in the bed
Well,
in your room?
from
Would you
what-
feel like you were being watched?
from what I know, there was cameras everywhere. I don't know about his room. I didn't watch.
No, in your room, like was.
Well, I mean, listen, there was cameras everywhere.
I can see you. Take that off.
No, don't. No, I have much respect for the gentleman.
No, he was great.
It was beautiful.
You think he was wrongfully accused, like those guys were out for money when they accused him of, you know what?
I think that I think so. I mean, everybody is after, baloney. You know what I mean? But the guy was a legend. He was amazing. I think Michael Jackson was,
Did he ever sing for you in person?
We went on a couple notes, with Shuki Time, at the
Uh-huh.
time I had my music and he loved it. He put it on his jacket, pocket. I gave him like 3 CDs and all that. But, his voice was very soft, very nice. I picked up Paris. Paris was small. She came from the other side of the.
Paris
of
Hill.
the- no, his daughter.
Oh, Paris
called
Jackson.
me-
That's right.
Paris
That's right.
she was that little. I picked her up and I gave it to him. She came because we were sitting in the basketball court.
Thank you.
And she came from the back and I picked her up and I gave him to her.
Would you mind holding her out that window for a second?
No, but be nice.
No, I know. He was good.
Michael
like
Jackson
Michael
is a Michael Jackson. And I think he's the #1 in the world singers.
I love Michael Jackson. This was my first concert. I was 7 years old, Dallas, Texas.
I was in his concert too.
Really?
Yeah.
You were in the
Oh.
concerts?
I was live in front,
That's incredible.
in the 80s and the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be a lot with the family, I mean, I used to provide them all the private jets and all the limousine at the
That's
time.
awesome.
I was big in limousine and, all the good stuff, all the luxury cars. They used to love my stuff, I'm still a friend of Jermaine. Jermaine is my friend, for many years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's too bad what happened to Michael. That he kind of just got like the world came down on him, and I think he felt like he couldn't quite live in the world anymore.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of sad.
Listen, I think that, he was way too big and
Yeah.
probably he got confused for a minute, but he didn't deserve
Hard to be a normal guy when you're
Listen,
that
the whole
famous.
world loves
Yeah.
him, you know what I mean? But to me, he was a legend. To me, he was a beautiful human being. I know him like a brother, so
What's
I
your
can't tell you much.
What's your favorite song? of
Billie
Michael?
Jean. It's not my word.
You know,
Yes.
you need.
Billie Jean. Billie Jean.
It's not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one.
Billie Jean.
What's your favorite?
Billie Jean was actually it's pretty high up there. What are the other ones off Thriller?
Why don't we do like that? Why don't we invite the audience
Are
to
you-
come to dance the songs of Michael Jackson on the next episode over here? Bring your clothes, bring a best dancer will get to,
Michael
win
Jackson
an outfit
fit.
of a Shuki Diamonds, art right here on 1200 South Broadway, corner of Main and 12th Street. Invite the audience. We're going to play the music and we'll dance to it. And hey, we'll have fun and we'll see,
Yeah.
who sings the best and dance the best.
Got some great answers here.
I like that one off the one before Thriller. It was
Thriller is good too.
the Off the
Off the
Wall,
Wall?
the song Off the Wall.
Yeah, it's
from
a good
Off
song.
the Wall.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah, and
Underrated.
yeah, absolutely. One of my favorites is Liberian Girl. I have a lot of favorites.
I want to get you a monitor so you don't have to look at the screen small.
Yeah.
So the next time, make sure we get a big monitor here.
Good call.
Big monitor.
We should.
Big
Yeah.
monitor. Absolutely.
Here.
We have one question from
behind
a
us,
viewer
too.
before you leave. They want to know, and I know you discussed this on your show earlier this week or last week. What do you think about Drake buying Tupac's ring?
Oh yeah.
Well, as I said before, first of all, we gotta verify that he really bought the ring. That's the first steps, okay? Because everybody say they can buy in this. Was it really went in the auction in Christie?
Sotheby's.
Is it for sure? It needs to be verified. We need to contact and see if it was sold. It should be on the sheets.
Shookie's asking great. Now I'm starting to think, well, maybe this was just a big publicity.
Yeah,
stunt.
probably was
it
just.
works for Sotheby's.
Yeah,
It works for
yeah.
Drake.
Yeah. So I mean, rumors can come out and just can brought out, and all of a sudden the media pick it up. But if you don't know Shookie, you must be rookie. That's why, you know what I mean. You got to know the $1 million hat
That's
was
right.
original, and it's flawless diamond. It's historical. The story begin there. Now we got to verify about the ring. Why don't we do the
We'll get the diamond tester. You know that? Yeah.
Yeah, we need to check. But if he did buy it, which I doubt it, okay, I evaluated it at $100,000
But like,
for the historical.
right? But it's Tupac. I mean, that is one thing. Tupac is like the icon of hip hop. He wore that ring during his biggest year. I think he was
Absolutely.
killed around the time that he had the ring. I mean, that's got to add a lot more value than just $100K, doesn't it?
Well, let's verify it. If it's $1 million, more power for him,
Yeah.
and there is more value to the ring. You know what I mean? It's historical, as we went back and we spoke about it back in your show on Friday or Saturday.
Who would have a
whichever
more
day it was.
valuable ring, Tupac or Biggie?
Does Biggie has the ring for sale?
Sure.
I mean, I'll
I'm
pay.
sure we can find one.
I'll pay for the historical maybe 250,000.
Okay. Oh, so you're a Biggie guy. I think that's what it is.
Well, no,
You're
no,
an
no,
East
no.
Coast
I mean,
hater.
no,
You're a
no,
Biggie guy.
No,
You know
no,
what
no, no. I mean, I'll buy also the Tupac ring, but I won't pay 200. I mean, 1 million.
Right.
I'll pay 100,000. But you never know. Now, if he has the value at $1 million, we might consider, as I say, $1.1 million.
Who do you think would have the most valuable piece of jewelry that's deceased? Princess Diana? Do you think, or Michael Jackson? Like, if someone could get their hands on one of their personal,
I think Princess Diana
John Lennon.
Well, hold on, you're moving too fast.
Okay.
Princess Diana has a huge value because she's the royal family from Europe, so probably has also value. Michael Jackson, he was never wearing jewelry. I don't recall him wearing jewelry.
Interesting.
So, if the jewelry was wearing in a good historical cover story or movie or some good incident, has a huge value. But Princess Diana, I think, will bring more money, in my opinion.
That would be up there.
I gotta take this business phone call.
How much do you think a Meghan Markle ring would go for?
Meghan Markle? Who is Meghan Markle?
Okay, that answers that.
Thank
All right.
you. But Shookie's ring can go $1 million and above.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
We have someone that's on a flight to Hawaii. That's amazing. Enjoy Hawaii. They're enjoying the stream.
You can go and meet Kevin Federline and Britney Spears' sons. They're moving there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's a good choice.
Go meet up with them. Have dinner.
Man, spectacular. We had to mute somebody there's a guy that comes on and he always trolls.
Is it our mutual friend?
No, it's not.
Oh,
Somebody
it's a different
else.
guy. Okay.
Two Wolves or something.
Oh, that guy who was asking why we were talking about data plans. It's important.
He's
in this economy.
Yeah. Some people cannot control themselves. These internet warriors.
It's fun. It's
keyboard
funny.
warriors.
Go troll for some wool.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of,
Be a Leo. Be a Leo.
Oh man.
Get up, and get something.
Funny stuff.
Yeah, it's a sad day. I was thinking about tomorrow heading out to Cabazon where they shot the famous dinosaur scene where Pee-wee spends the night with what was her name?
Oh yeah.
Remember in the mouth of the dinosaur,
Right.
the T-Rex. There's a T-Rex and Brontosaurus,
and
he's a trucker and he chases him. He's in there with the Spanish lady, and I think it's a
good call.
Yeah, Pee-wee's first adventure.
Maybe after that you can find one of the trains that he was on with the hobo.
Yeah, that'd be
traveling across the
amazing.
country.
No, I'll do it.
Just hop onto any train.
I'll do it
and see who's in there.
I might do that. There's no AC though. But the thing is, there's the restaurant that was there. I believe it was called the Wagon Wheel, and it was there up until about 5 or 6 years ago. They tore it down. That was where he went in, and they said, "Tell him Large Marge sent you."
10 years ago,
Yeah.
on this very night,
Yeah.
I saw the worst accident I'd ever seen.
I was about to buy the best Amoeba at Amoeba Records. They have a t-shirt selection that'll knock your socks off, and they've stepped up their game in the last month. So I'll go into Amoeba and film, right? They allow photography. They allow social media. It's Amoeba Records. They want people promoting brick and mortar stores. And so I went in there. I've been in there with Foley. I've been there with other people. I've been there with myself. I'll go in during my live stream. So I was in there just last week. And I walked in and I'm showing my viewers we're shopping together. Remember this, guys? We're checking out all the t-shirts, and there's a Pee-wee's Big Adventure shirt. And I'm not made of money, but I saw 3 shirts that I had to have.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Tribe Called Quest, a Pee-wee's Big Adventure shirt that had Large Marge when she
when she
reveal.
explode,
yeah, it's got her face on it, and it's got him on a bike. It's an epic shirt, okay? And I had to have it. Then they had a Tribe Called Quest shirt and a Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon shirt. I need these shirts. So, and I'm filming, and I'm not really engaging with anyone at all. Like, there's one floor manager. I asked if he had a Daft Punk shirt, and I have a gimbal and a phone. It's not like I'm on a full setup here. Gimbal and a phone. And I said, "Do you have any Daft Punk shirts?" And he's like, "No." And then he followed me around the store, and I could feel him on my shoulder. So, I check out. And while I was checking out, he confronts me. And he said, "Sir, you can't film our employees." And I'm like, "I wasn't filming you. I don't care about you.
Right.
Dude. I'm just doing a live stream. And if you're going to do this to me, you better do it to every single person that comes in here and takes any kind of photograph or any kind of video." He's like, "You're filming the employees." So, unfortunately, I didn't make the purchase.
Right.
You
didn't know that was a federal building and that you're not allowed to film in there.
You're allowed to federal. You should be.
Those are government agents that you were filming.
Exactly. So, the moral of the story is I don't have that Pee-wee shirt, and I'm going to go back in there. And should I go?
Well, I mean, now they probably doubled the price.
Yeah, I know.
But how interesting. You were there looking at that just a week
ago
before.
Yeah.
This happened.
And now I have to go and get it before I go to my next location.
Right.
Because I got to have that shirt.
Buy it and leave it on his star.
No.
And then pick it up once the stream is over. Come back and get it. Do it like the Paps do when they buy flowers and they leave them and the fans left them.
Now, this is very interesting. You mentioned people leaving stuff on stars. I covered Tupac's star ceremony.
Yeah.
Massive turnout. One of the biggest star celebrations of all time. And it was a week after Tina Turner died. And so they had a vigil there all the way up to his birthday was 2 weeks later. So they had a vigil. There's vendors out there, and they have Tupac shirts. If you go to Tupac's star, even now, today, this was in June.
Yeah.
So, it was a while ago. They're still out there. There's still a Tupac vigil. And I talked to the guy who's out there, who's running it, and he has clothes. He's got racks, and he's got a full-on store at Tupac Star. And there's boxes of Newports. There's Hennessy bottles.
You should make some
candles.
knockoffs of the ring, the Drake ring.
Well, that's true too. He should make some knockoffs. But the thing is the city of Los Angeles lets him just do it. That's pretty cool for the city, because a lot of cities would be like, you can't commercially have a store here.
Yeah.
And so there's a permanent store now.
Hey, listen, we love Tupac in LA. He represented us right, and he continues to do so.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. But there's nothing at Tony Bennett. There's no. That's
too bad.
Yeah.
Well, he was 96 years old, right?
Yeah. But Gaga should be out at the Star right now.
She
just sitting there selling Tony Bennett shirts.
She finally broke her silence, by the way.
Oh, she did. Yeah.
I love when they say broke her silence, as if she was just refusing to speak about it instead of waiting until she felt like it.
I saw a disturbing video last night of Sinead O'Connor, and it was Piers Morgan. She was on Piers Morgan. and Piers asked her about Prince because, you know, her most iconic, the big song she's known for was actually a Prince song.
Yes.
And it's not like Prince didn't do the song well. The Prince version is incredible. It's spectacular. Hers is a little bit better. She's got a great voice, and it's a more iconic sound, and it was a big hit commercially.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, she told Piers, because Piers said, "Have you ever met Prince?" And she said, he summoned me to his house. And you can watch this video. It's out there. Prince summoned me to his house in LA. I went there by myself, and at 5 a.m, we were fighting. And he got in a fist fight with her. She claimed he hit her, and they were spitting at each other.
What the
And then she said he was doing some. What did she used the term? He was doing some pretty dark drugs. That's what she said. And she said it a few times. And so she accused him of being, you know, an abuser, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know what to make of it. Being a big Prince fan, I love Prince. So to me, it's kind of like when you hear that about people, you know, it makes you think like,
that's weird.
Am I idolizing the right? Because I have a Prince painting right here.
Being up at 5 a.m, that's already a bad sign. They're probably up all night.
Yeah.
Fighting in the in the early 90s?
It was around the time the hit. It was when the hit.
I wonder what he was mad. Maybe he's like very possessive over his music.
She explained why he was mad, because he wanted her to be part of the NPG, the New Power Generation. He wanted her to be one of his proteges, like Sheila E., and she wouldn't do it.
Wow, because she had her own career.
Yeah.
I wonder if he called her back after the SNL thing and was like, "Don't worry about it.
Well, I don't know.
I don't need you anymore in this thing."
Maybe. Yeah. He was a devout Jehovah's Witness.
Fight the real enemy.
Yeah.
Well, that's disturbing. But you know what? Those hard intoxicants will make you make bad
who knows?
decisions. I mean, listen, we know that it ultimately that's what kind of
but wouldn't she be able to beat him up? He was like 4'8".
He was very slight.
Yeah.
I feel like she would. Listen, maybe she didn't want to brag. Maybe she knocked him out.
But no, she suffered. I mean, it was tragic. You know, she lost a son within the last year, and she suffered. She had some. You know what's
sad is that it sounds like when it first came out, you know, everyone kind of had an idea of what may have been the cause of her demise, but now it's just they didn't find any signs of foul play or anything like that. Makes me think maybe, you know, they say you can die of a broken heart legitimately.
Debbie Reynolds apparently,
right? Debbie went like 3 days after Carrie Fisher. Or
not
something?
even. I don't even think it was 3 days.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very sad what happened with her and her son.
Yeah, very, very. Rest in peace, Sinead. You know.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
Prince, never saw him. I saw Prince's house once. I was in Minneapolis.
She died at 57.
56.
Oh, 56? How old was Prince?
Good question. Let me see.
Prince was 57.
Was he?
I think so.
I'm not going to die at the same age as you, you daddy.
What was the age of Prince?
He was 57.
Okay, and how old was Sinead?
Sinead was 56.
Okay, so 1 year. Very, very close.
I beat you.
He did, Mike. Oh, man.
You boss. Okay.
So what do you guys think about TMZ now that we're not there? Do you guys watch it? Do you guys like it? Did you guys, not that you watched it before when we were there, but I just want to know what you guys think about TMZ, our former employer. Like, what do you guys think? Are you huge fans?
Do you love it?
Nope. Tammy says nope. Is it still on TV? I don't watch TMZ. Nope. Used to watch, don't watch anymore. Rarely watch TMZ. Well, I mean, we wish them the best.
We wish you well.
You know, boring. Nope. They don't watch it. Well, anyway,
what are you gonna do?
It's over. Yeah. Used to watch. It's tragic. Nope. Jump the shark.
Chris does stuff on my show. Says sometimes.
I'm just curious what it's like.
I watch it sometimes too. I mean, I don't watch it, but I do read the site.
I read the site.
I need stuff to talk about, and they're very good.
Yeah. No, they're good.
They're still good.
They're still the website's still decent.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well,
did you get up to 1,000, Dante?
I don't think. Oh, you know what? Let me check. I can check here actually.
If you guys haven't followed Dante yet, you know, please.
If I don't get to 1,000, we're just gonna have to keep doing this.
We're just gonna keep doing this. No
We're
coverage.
just going to keep the show going
Paul
until that
Rubens.
happens. Okay. So it's up to you. We're not quite there yet. I don't think.
Hey, Rose, can
We're
you try
almost.
calling in real
21.
quick? Rose.
Oh, yeah,
my
let's,
sister. Rose, try to join in on a call. I opened up the lines. I want to see if it works. If you can.
First time, long time.
Anybody try to call in. This is a test.
It's almost at 20. I think I saw. Okay. So we need 21 more, I think, Chris.
Oh, she just
Thank you.
woke up. I get it. I understand. Yeah, it's early in New Zealand.
We'll have to experiment with the call-ins.
I think you can call too. If you just, you don't need to do video.
Yeah, we would love for like when we come do this on Mondays for people to be able to call in and we'll get some screens up here so you guys can see it also, and it'll be a whole professional setup very soon. Even the lighting will be better.
We need to hire a PA too.
That's right. Where's
is
Smalls?
Is that
Are
in the
you
budget?
watching?
Is that in the budget?
Can we hire Smalls? Pap Safari? Funny stuff. Well, we've gone an hour, so I guess we usually go about an hour. We don't want to hold you guys too long.
Yeah, we're gonna head on over.
You got to get to the Star.
Yeah, we're going to the Star, but it's always awesome to be on the Dante Greco show. It's my favorite show on YouTube.
Likewise, the joy of everything is where it's at. Any last questions? Any questions, as Tom Hanks says?
Going once, going twice. Sold to.
Sold. Done.
But we'll be doing this every Monday, guys. Every Monday. A little sit down, a little debrief on the news.
Exactly. From the weekend, from the news, what's coming up, what's happening, live from the Shooky International Studios on 1200 Broadway in downtown Los Angeles. Come by, get some stuff, say hello, get on the show. Love it.
All right, guys.
And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you, everybody.
Peace out, guys. You gotta do your wrap up?
No, it's okay. I'll just